How we doing? So I'm just going through a backlog of stuff. I didn't even bother going to the store today. I might later. I might not. Still on vacation. So, going through animal figures. So I want to talk a bit about animal figures. So, number one in terms of value, in terms of resellability, horses. Number two, where'd he go? Oh, dogs. And then everything else is kind of just a great number three. Exotic animals, fantasy animals, they all kind of sell about the same, but horses are hugely collectible. Dogs, number two. People get whatever, you know, if you have whatever breed of dog that is, chances are he looks like your pet and people buy a figure of their pet. Brand wise, top mark is Schleich, and then under that, Safari Limited. For horses, you also have Briar, and then it goes, like Chap May. It goes down from there for the most part. There are some off brands, and it's Schleich is the highest quality, and I can tell usually just by feel or vague look that something is a Schleich. This elephant is a Schleich. It looks like an actual elephant. The quality is second to none. So let's look at a few of these and talk animals and see if we can get pricing. I don't have a running total of what I spent on this. I will assume like maybe $10. Probably less than that because this is all just addendums to other things. These guys were actually in the same $5 bag, and they're going to be the most valuable. So let's dig into this. So we'll get the big ones out of the way first. So this is a Safari Limited. I picked this up a couple weeks ago. And I thought it was a gator, but it's actually a Dinosaurs, which is a prehistoric gator. If you're into like evolution and whatnot, the interesting thing about gators is they actually haven't changed for millions and millions of years because they haven't had to. The term is evolutionary pressure. They are basically perfect for what they do, which is ambush predator. They haven't had to change their eyes, haven't had to adapt to anything. They basically are just like, I'm assuming they got smaller because everything in the dinosaur era was, of course, large, megafauna and all that. So 1995. This is a big honking figure. It's in good condition. It's got a little wear like on the eyebrows and on the tip of the tail. But honestly, that's very minor. This stuff does matter to some people because these aren't technically toys. It has no articulation whatsoever. It's more of a display piece. So that might bother somebody. The eyebrow. But I wouldn't go out of my way to point it out. All right, so let's see. Got 143 Dinosaurs. We'll throw Safari in there to narrow it down. I said before, Safari Limited is kind of like the second tier. This is a really nice figure if you look at it. It's really, really well done. Like good texture to it. Different color patterns. It's well worked, but a Schleich one would be even better. It would look more realistic. This obviously looks like a figurine. Schleich is so good at almost it like does that thing in your mind where you're second guessing if it's real or not. Like the elephant that I'll show next is just ridiculously detailed. But anyways, let's see what we got here. So looking like 18, 19. That one's in really bad shape. 16. 16. Yeah, so that looks about right. Everybody's around the same price. I don't want to hang on to this long term, so I'm going to be the cheapest. And I got it in a bag that was $5 with a bunch of stuff, so I have to get a ton of money out of it. So it's looking like 16, 18 actually is the selling point. So I'll just do 15 with free shipping. It's in good shape. That gets me ahead of everyone else. It'll move it out the door. So whatever I paid 5 for the bag, 15 shipping. So this pays for the bag, all fees involved. And everything else in that bag, whatever was in there, was gravy. Alright, so then we have Schleich 2011 big honking elephant figure. So Schleich makes all kinds of stuff. They are top notch in terms of animal figures. They do dip into historical stuff now and again. They dip into dinosaurs. But mostly they just do animals. And their horses are extraordinarily valuable. I've sold a few for in the $30 to $50 range. I don't know about this elephant because it's really big. Most of their stuff tends to be a bit smaller than this. This might go to some kind of safari set where you have the little guys, but it's really nice quality. No wear on it at all, no breaks of any kind. So we should be able to get top dollar on this. So we've got 11 listings. So this is one of them. Usually it's like a mommy, a daddy, and a baby. They'll do that as a set. You can see dude put a Coke can next to his to show. Oh, whoops. That was sold listings. Right, 94 not sold. There goes some of the drama of this, but whatever. So we're looking at like $20 and up. As far as listings go, this one's a little cheaper, but it's also beat up. You can see the ears there. It looks like it was very well played with. So yeah, $20. This person tends to be very cheap. You can tell by the background. This person lists Schleich stuff all the time. And they always tend to be very cheap, so I don't even go as cheap as them generally, because I feel like they're giving stuff away. I don't know the circumstance. They might have bought out a figurine store. They may have had one, and this is what they're doing now. They got it at a particular price point and can do that. None of my business, but it does affect what you can sell stuff for. And this one's way down here at $10, which I'm not going to do. I'd like to get rid of this quickly, but I don't want to. You know, for $10, that's almost the shipping's going to take up at least half of that. So I'm not going to be that cheap. All right, so this is the baby for 10. This one was about 20. This one has the tag and was 19. This may have been the set it came in, or maybe not. This person did bidding and ended up paying to mail this to somebody. Good job. 13 from the very cheap seller here. 11. I'll do 15. I think that's fair. And it's not so huge that I'm going to get sick of looking at it, and it will eventually go. But 15 on that, that's fine. I'm just going to wait on it. I'm guessing it's around 8. Oh, wow, 12. So, yeah, it's going to be like $6 to ship that to somebody. So, yeah, 15's fine. We got, what is this? Safari Limited 93 Tiger Shark. It's kind of beat up. And aquatic stuff doesn't... I know there's like... I said there's 3 tiers. Aquatic stuff tends to not really sell that well. I don't know why. Maybe it's just kind of like a weird display piece. So I gotta clean this. So the 2 things I use to clean toys are baby wipes for a wet application and paper towels for a dry. Baby wipes are meant for soft skin, and they don't tend to harm plastics, like of any kind. Very, very gentle on toys. So that's your wet application. And then if you need to scrub a little tiny bit, a paper towel has just enough like grit to it to actually clean stuff when needed. This has just some like green stuff in the gills here. I think we got it. Of course, I don't have any paper towels, so I'll just use my shirt. And yeah, it looks better. So Tiger Shark 93, age tends not to be as important unless it's Schleich. As a business model, Schleich discontinues certain models over the years to thereby make them rare and desirable. They kind of prop up their own collector market, which is really contrary to a lot of toy companies at this point, but it's kept them on top of their game, I think. All right, let's see if we can find this. So we've got 13 Tiger Sharks, but these aren't all the same one. At least I don't think so. Like this top one is propped way up in the air. And it's got 2 dorsal fins. Oh, okay, that's just a side view. Never mind. I was like, why would it have 2? But it's propped way up. And I don't know if these were supposed to be pointed at some point. So if you have to repair vinyl toys, you can use a hair dryer and you can splint a piece back into place. So if I were of the mind to fix this, I don't know how it's actually supposed to be. I'd take something like a screwdriver or a pen and I'd apply heat, and then I would do this and push that limb flat. I would put plastic wrap around this and then tape. And then when that heat wore off, it wouldn't have anywhere to go anymore. And it would eventually remain in that position long term. This may have been thrown in a bin and it sat on that bin up until it bent. But I don't know. It might be that this guy bent his. I don't really have a way of figuring this out. It's either all like different. This one's way on the ground like mine. So I'm not really sweating it. People could do that if they want. Yeah, there are different models. Like this one's eyes are different. And the mouth is positioned differently on this one here. That one's like extremely dark. That might just be a bad photo. That's definitely the one I have. Right, so there's only 13 for sale. Let's see if they're moving at all. We got no exact matches, but these are the right one. Okay, so we're looking at like $10. 10 and up, but I'll do 10 with free shipping. I think that's fine. And that's what a lot of these run into, is the lower end ones are 8. And then up from there, if it's not a horse, it's not a dog, it's typically going to be around 8 to 10. Last up, I think we'll just do a barnyard set. So some of these are really small. They don't sell individually. So you end up just lumping them together into like a little lot or a scene. And that way people could buy this and display it however they so choose. Let's see. So this is a safari chickens. We have a safari goat, donkey. We have a safari bull, safari pig, safari Holstein, safari goat, and another safari bull, which is different from this one. This one's obviously kind of worn out and has some of the paint is legit come off. So that was well cared for. So we will check out what we get for Safari Limited. Barnyard. I will go with my search parameter and see what we get. So that's a lot of 24 animals for like $30. And we're not going to find the exact lot. We'll just get an idea of what people are doing for smaller figures in groups. Like this one's a good example. It's not the same, but a set of rams and goats for 16. That's interesting. It's a Jamestown Indians. So I do have some historical stuff from Safari Limited as well. I forget what it is. I think it's pirates. After a little bit, and there's a group of horses. Horses are always going to command more. Schleich and Safari Limited fantasy figures. I've got some of those, I think. Yeah, so Barnyard didn't really do a lot for us. We'll just go to sold listings and see what pops up. We'll put... Yeah, we'll just see. Yeah, this is like forest figures for like $20. That's a jungle figures for 18. So I think I'll do 12. 12 makes sense for 7 figures, I think. Yeah, this is all like cream. I bought these bags for like one thing, and these just happen to be in it usually. So this is just where you make extra money. I don't have to make a ton on these. It's an extra listing. It's just some extra cash flow. So if you like toy content, reseller content, animal figure content, please like, subscribe, comment below. That helps out a lot. And I appreciate you for watching, and I'll see you next time.